One of the best episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants for a multitude of reasons, but mainly thanks to the incredibly popular memes and the creative use of language, is an episode from the second season known as Sailor Mouth, and it is also highly regarded by fans. This episode begins when it's just closing time at the Krusty Krab and SpongeBob is about to leave, but Mr. Krabs orders him to take out the trash first. When SpongeBob goes to the dumpster at the back of the Krusty Krab restaurant, he starts reading what is written on the container and discovers a particular phrase that says, "Krabs is a..." When Bob reads the last word, a garbage collector disgustedly asks him if he actually kisses his mother with that mouth. Confused, SpongeBob repeats the word to Patrick, who has just arrived, and he informs him that it is a sentence enhancer used in slightly refined conversations. The rest of the episode has SpongeBob SquarePants and his best friend Patrick Star discovering that this is actually a very bad word, and Mr. Eugene Krabs, their boss, trying to teach them the real and true weight of such words, but, as expected from a children's show, they never actually use any real swear words. There are sounds of dolphins, alarms, sirens, and even boat whistles, but they are not real words, which is interesting because later in the episode, Mr. Krabs mentions that there are 13 bad words that should never be used. Squidward asks if there weren't 7, and Mr. Krabs says yes, but there are 13 if you're a sailor, and the boys are using number 11. So what are these 13 bad words that Mr. Krabs refers to? Specifically, what is number 11 that SpongeBob and Patrick used during the episode? And more importantly, can the team manage to avoid being demonetized when making such a dangerously demonetizable video? Basically, we need to start by evaluating how the number 11 swear word is used, keeping in mind the original language of the episode, meaning we are looking for a swear word in English. The clearest example of the use of this word is the phrase in the dumpster that says, "Krabs is clearly a..." But something interesting is that the word can be conjugated. For example, there is a part where Boom mentions it will be a pleasure, and another where he greets Squidward saying, "Hey Squidward, how the F are you?" Just with these examples, we were able to rule out a large number of English swear words, because there are several that would work in the first sentence, but not in the other two. For example, if we say that crab is a dolphin, to avoid saying a real swear word, we can't also say it will be a dolphin, pleasure, or "Hey Squidward, how dolphin are you" like that. Many of the theories on the internet fall apart easily. There was a fairly popular one that the word was an English insult that offensively refers to a homosexual person. But under this logic, the word doesn't work because it can't be conjugated. The same applies to the very popular theory on YouTube that indeed says the word is on the internet, by the way. But this can't be conjugated, so it actually doesn't work. But if you speak English, you might be considering the most common and versatile swear word in this language. An absolutely fantastic, undeniably unique, incredibly crunchy, and exceptionally quirky word. Yes, indeed. The F word fits perfectly because it can be conjugated in various different ways. Additionally, the original phrase in the dumpster could easily be "Krabs is a mother." You see, theories usually stop here, but there's a detail that made me realize the true depth of this mystery and the strange background of swear words in Bikini Bottom. As we mentioned, according to Mr. Krabs, number 11 is one of the strongest words, not even known by regular people, only by sailors. And the F word is easily the most common swear word in the English language. It is one of the few words I can guarantee is on the initial list, but not on the sailors' swear words list. This means that the swear word is an advanced swear word. But in English, no truly offensive swear word works in all the phrases seen in the episode. So I did a bit more research and discovered something strange. This episode is not the only appearance of the number 11 swear word, it is indeed just the first, actually. The bad word number 11 makes a reappearance in some later episodes, such as Free Samples from Season 8, which is quite fascinating, and Karen's Baby from Season 12. It also appears in the rap battle from the movie Sponge Out of Water, said by a seagull, and it even sounds in the episode Annoying Jobs from the season of The Patrick Star Show. But actually, its most important appearance is in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game. In this video game, the word has several uses. We hear it twice in Planktopolis, and it is used by Mindy in level 6 when she explains an attack move to Patrick. In the console version, what interests us is the section of the game where they find David Hasselhoff. Here, interestingly, David Hasselhoff's name is replaced by word number 11. Now in real life. It was probably actually an issue with the use of David Hasselhoff's character rights, and they were indeed just using it to censor his name, but this is the only moment in the entire franchise where word number 11 is directly translatable. This only happens in the PC version because in the console version Hasselhoff's name isn't even mentioned, but it has very strange implications. According to this video game, the direct translation of word number 11 is Hasselhoff or possibly David Hasselhoff. But before putting a gigantic resolve stamp on this mystery, there is still one last layer to explore. You may have noticed that everyone mainly talks about the first half of the episode, but something that is often overlooked when discussing this is the ending of Sailor Mouth. Towards the end of the episode, Mr. Krabs is going to give SpongeBob and Patrick some cans of paint to paint the Krusty Krab as punishment for using that language. However, Mr. Krabs stubs his toe on a rock and, suffering from pain, shouts all 13 swear words, to which SpongeBob and Patrick react with horror and run off to tell Mr. Krabs' mother what just happened. Upon opening the door, she is greeted by a symphony of swear words from the three of them, causing her to faint. Upon waking up, he scolds them for their sailor mouths and puts them to work painting his house. After a while, Mr. Krabs' mom decides to bring them lemonade, but she stubs her toe and screams in pain, accompanied by a ship's whistle, meaning a swear word. The boys vandalize, but it turns out that the sound was actually Old Man Jenkins' car horn, and the episode ends. Yes, you heard me right. Indeed, Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, and Patrick absolutely definitely mistake a swear word for a car horn. This clearly and unmistakably indicates to us that the swear words are undoubtedly and definitely the sounds we hear, meaning these sounds are indeed censors, because after all, when recording the episode, the voice actors had to use real swear words. But within the show, these sounds are indeed unquestionably the swear words, which makes everything much funnier in context, because it means that old Jenkins has a car with a horn that says mother, but it complicates our investigation today, or at least it would seem so at first. What actually happens is that these sounds are the swear words, obviously, meaning that word number 11 is actually a dolphin sound. But if we wanted to translate it to our culture, the swear word would be Hasselhoff, and it is the bikini bottom equivalent of an F-bomb, a supercharged word only known by sailors. So I hope you enjoyed this interesting and phonetic video. Give it a like if you did and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.